I've been sitting down and reflecting on this verse that I read today. Psalms 46, verses 10 through 11. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted to the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. I really actually took the time to really do some research on this scripture. And what I found was actually quite interesting. You see, when it says, be still and know that I am God, that is God basically telling you to let it go. Let go of whatever is troubling you and understand that you are not in control. He is in control. And that's the problem with a lot of us, man. Like a lot of us men, bro, we want to take control of so many situations when it's already gotten out of hand. Be still and know that I am God. But if you look at the scripture beforehand, it talks about how God is our refuge. He's our source of our strength. He's present help. He's always there to help us. Let him take care of it. And you focus on what needs to be focused on. Take care of you. That's what it means to be still, bro. Allow yourself to let him take control of the situation because it is no longer in your hands. Man, bro, for the longest time, man, when I went through my breakup, I was always trying to comprehend what was wrong with me. I was trying to comprehend what happened and not really just taking the time to heal. I kept going back and forth. I was in my head a lot because I was trying to just interpret what happened when in reality, what I should have done was just let go and move forward and allow God to take control of what is no longer in my control anymore. That's the source of it, man. These are the type of conversations that I like to have. Me personally, man, you know, I was the type of person that never really dived deep into topics like this because I felt uncomfortable with how the way that it made me feel. I never challenged myself mentally. I never sat with a group of people and really just talked about stuff like this. I knew that I had it in me, and I knew that I would think about things like this. Mentally, I would think about it, but I never expressed it. I never talked about it. I never had deep conversations like this. And the more I talk about conversations like this, the better I feel. The more I want to know. The more I want to explore. The more I want to understand. That's why I tell you guys to always read your word, man. Surround yourself with a good group of people. Read your word and really just open your mind. Open your mind to different perspectives. Challenge yourself mentally. And be still. And know that God is in control. That's hard for a lot of people, man. It's hard for people to let go. It's hard for people to let go of control. Because you want to be able to dictate every single thing that is going on in your life. You got to understand that, bro, some things are going to happen and you can't control it. Bro, I was talking to my homeboy the other day, man. My man on the road, bro, and we were just talking about how, you know, people worry about so much going on in their lives, man. Like they worry about rent, they worry about where they're going to live, they worry about their car, they worry about their paycheck, they worry about like other things that are taking control of themselves. They're getting easily distracted by other things when, bro, just worry about today. That's in the scripture, bro. Worry about today's troubles. Worry about today. Tomorrow's is tomorrow. That's in the scripture, bro. Worry about today. Be grateful, be happy that you have a place to live, be happy that you have food to eat, be happy that you have a job, bro. People aren't even grateful about that. But some things are going to be out of your control. So when you stop stressing and worrying about those things that is causing you the anxiety, that's causing you the stress, that's literally like tearing you apart on the inside. Like it's tearing ligaments away in your heart. Like it's making you miserable. It's making you not want to get out of bed and not move around, not see the sunlight, not exercise, not wanting to put forth effort into wanting to taking care of your body, taking care of yourself. When you stop worrying about things like that and understand that there are certain things that are out of your control and you let God control the controllables, bro, life is going to be so much more enjoyable. And that is something that I am continuing to keep practicing and working on every single day. I'm moving forward with my life. And the thing that I appreciate her the most about that's really opened my eyes and opened up my perspective is how it has brought me closer to God. I was able to look at myself in the mirror and really see a lot of flaws and things that I personally need to work on. Things that God was pointing out to me. And see, a lot of you men, y'all don't take the time to really see that. Your awareness level you have your energy focusing on things that's literally draining your energy. Study about what happened today and just reflect. Think about how you could be better tomorrow. That is something that you could control. You could control that. You could control how you're going to tackle tomorrow. How are you going to do tomorrow? What did you do today that you could do better tomorrow? You can control that. You can control your actions. You have the power of free will, bro. That is one of the greatest gifts God has given us. You have the decision and choices to do good in this world, man. We got men in our 30s, man. They're too worried and just not, bro, y'all not executing, man. That's why when you go in there, you see where they say like, man, men are behind, bro. Yeah, we are behind, man. We're behind on a lot of things. We're not being problem solvers. We're not being leaders. We're not being providers. We're letting a lot of people down. We're letting the younger generation down. We're setting bad examples because we want to go out there and live a life of pleasure. We want to go out there and lust and look at porn and sit all day and masturbate and drink and smoke and talk to women and break hearts and live a life of crime and not be in control of our emotions, not have no type of self-control. All that stuff is a choice. All that stuff is something that you can control. And in the midst of that, there are things that are going to happen that is unexpected. And you have to allow God to be able to take control. Stop trying to control everything. That's your problem now. You were living life on autopilot. Be still and know that I am God. That is so powerful. Like this video if you are enjoying this message. I'm simply just speaking from experience. I'm speaking from something that I know because this is something that I'm currently going through right now. That is the beauty of wisdom. You only gain wisdom by experiencing something. What sense does it make for me to sit here and talk about letting go and self-control if I myself have not experienced it? You'll have some people like that be they be talking out their butt, bro, saying that they know something and they have never experienced that before. They never gone through that, but they're gonna sit here and talk about how you need to live your life. No, bro. Let go and let God. That's powerful, man. Be still and know that I'm God. You got to protect your peace, man, and know that God is your refuge. He is your source of your strength. Mentally, you have to understand that. Mentally, you have to continue to keep telling yourself every single day that I will overcome this. I will get through this. I will get through this. I can do anything because the power of Christ is within me. God is your strength. You got to let go. You can't control everything, man. It doesn't work that way. It's not going to work. Trust me. It's going to drive you crazy. And it's going to make you sick. Physically, it's going to make you sick. You are going to be sick. You're going to be depressed. It's not going to work. Because I work in education, man. So when I'm at work, man, there's a lot of different things that happens in the education field that can be very frustrating. I work in special education. So if you guys have been paying attention as far as what's been going on in special education, there's a lot of rule changes and things that's been happening. Like they're changing a lot of things systematically that is like working against special education, which is not fair. But me as the individual, me as someone who cares about my job, who is very passionate about changing lives of these amazing students, I can only control what I can control. And my only focus is focusing on these kids and making sure that they are able to be successful when they step out into society. Because I'll be honest with you, a lot of these kids, when they step out into society, man, when they get older, when they gain the knowledge of life skills and communication, like people are going to take advantage of them. And that's not right. So what sense does it make for me to get mad at the system when I have no control over it? I can only control my actions, which means I have to bring my energy and focus my energy and bring 110% into my job and ensure that these kids are learning everything that they need to learn to be successful. And that's the same thing I do on here on this channel. I give 110% every single day when I turn this camera on. I'm going to provide you with the best advice that I can provide you just because I simply want to help. I want to help people. Everybody may not need my help. Some people may not like this video. Some of you may like this video. If you do, I appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Like and subscribe. I have other videos on this page to help. I just want to spread positivity, man. I truly believe that's my purpose. And so you have to understand that you can't control everything. There's going to be situations and things that happen and you got to let go. You have to, man. And just focus on what's going on right now. Focus on how you can make the day better. How can you make somebody's life better? What type of interaction that you can have with a random encounter, with a random stranger, with your peers, with your friends, with your family, with your partner, with your life. And sometimes you have to sit with yourself and really think about that, man. That's why when I got this apartment, bro, I made sure I had a patio because I like to sit back and reflect. Beforehand, I used to sit on this patio and I used to smoke, bro. I used to sit back, I used to smoke weed and just sit here and just think. But my mind wasn't sober. So constantly my mind was racing and thinking about all different types of things. Started getting very anxious and was just so worried about other stuff that I shouldn't be worrying about. So now that I have a sober mind, now that I'm able to think more clearly, a lot of things are starting to be put into perspective. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. Some people, man, when they smoke, bro, they smoke to relax, and you know, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge you, bro. Some people do things differently. Some people live their life differently. Some people have other ways of how they are able to relax and to think clearly. I'm just telling you from my experience what I used to do and what I do now, and why I am I'm in a better headspace now. Man, if you really enjoyed this video, man, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank y'all so much, man. See y'all in the next video. And remember, 1% better each and every day. Deuces.